Hi guys, it's Matt and Grace from the Everybody's Talking About Jamie fan page, jamie.musical on Instagram.
Today we're with Luke Bayer. We're going to ask him a few questions.
Hello.
Hi.
How did you initially get into performing, and what career choices did you make that led you to where you are now?
I kind of always performed from when I was very young. I always sung. My sister actually did amateur shows, and I was like, I'm going to copy her and just do them as well. She's better than me, so hilarious. She's really, really good, and she always went to like singing lessons and stuff. So I kind of got into amateur shows that way. And then I was always like, I'm going to go to drama school. I used to go watch old shows, and it just kind of was a progression from there. Really, I came down to London, went to drama school, did a foundation course to make sure that my dancing was better, because that was always my downfall. And yeah, just kind of plodded on and fought my way to where I am today, because it's not easy. It's not an easy career choice, but if you love it and you want to do it,
Absolutely.
go and do it.
So how did it get from X Factor to going into musical theatre?
I always did musicals,
Right.
But when X Factor lowered it to 14, I said to my mum, I said, I'm going to audition. My mum was like, oh God, not again, because honestly I would put myself up for all the programmes. But I always did musicals, and I did loads of amateur musicals and just kind of pursued it that way really. And I've always done my YouTube stuff as well, which has kind of been like an outlet to kind of learn as well, because it's important. My voice took ages to break, so like my voice went from being like to like so trying to find a kind of adjust my voice, and I was still singing like Divine Gravity when my voice was like broken. So I think I probably damaged my voice somewhere along the way trying to sing songs that...
Sounds great anyway. Do you have any advice for coping with nerves on stage?
Yes, I would say, because I still get nervous now. There's some shows I'm like, oh God, so I've got, like last Monday I had so many people in, I was like, and I've obviously had my concert on the Sunday, my voice was a bit tired. But you can dwell on stuff like that, and the more you go, oh my voice is tired, or oh my whatever's tired, get past that, because if you're playing a character, if I'm on for Jamie, is Jamie tired? No. Is Jamie nervous? No. He might be nervous within bits of the show, but in that opening scene, he's sat at the back of the classroom giving his magazine. He's not sat there like, oh God, I'm really nervous because I'm about to sing. So I'd be dishonest if I was to go on stage and be nervous, and that's selfish, because I'm not going on stage to tell my story, I'm going on stage to tell Jamie's story. So I think it's important to remember that you're not being you, you're a vessel for that character to tell the story. So for me that always helps, and I always put it into perspective of where I am, what I'm doing, and that kind of keeps me grounded. Like it's amazing what we do, and we're very lucky to do it, so there's no need to be nervous, just enjoy it.
You do a lot of live gigs as well as theatre. Would you say there are big differences, and would you what would you prefer?
I love both, to be honest. I love with theatre, again, like getting to tell a story, which is amazing, and getting to play with other actors, which is so much fun, and obviously you don't do that in gig. But then equally, on the gig side, I love singing, and I love like experimenting with my voice and getting to sing songs that I love to sing, getting to sing with people that I love to sing, people that I admire and respect, that I wouldn't maybe necessarily get to sing with otherwise. My concert on Sunday, I had Amara Okareki, who's in Les Mis playing Cosette at the minute, and she's phenomenal. And I did YMT Youth Music Theatre. Youth Music Theatre is amazing, and if you can audition for it and do it, it's amazing. I did that with her years ago, and she is phenomenal. We've not sung together for about 10 years, so that was a great opportunity to sing with her. My friend Natalie, who's in Six, again, phenomenal. And then Ollie Saville as well. So just kind of people that I've met along the way, amazing people. So it's different, because
Yeah, I guess it's a nice way to do it, like a bit of everything that you like to sing as well, because obviously Jamie is specific. Absolutely,
and I've kind of got my songs that I'm going to keep now, so whenever I do a gig, I'll probably always Don't Even Know It, because I love it, the audience love it when it's all bum, 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 bum. It's so much fun, because you're literally just like jamming out, giving it riffs.
Even live, like here, I'm still like, ready to
literally,
go.
so am I. There was one day when the bit after I'll be free at last, I was giving it this. I was so into it, I literally nearly fell from the stage.
Oh my God.
Classic me. And honestly, I'm so clumsy. Like I tripped off the stage at the Citadel the other day. Then Amara tripped onto the stage. It's like, this is why we're friends.
Oh my God. Is there a phrase, quote, or person that inspires you in any way?
Yes. What are my favourite quotes? It's nice to be important, but more important to be nice. I think that's a big one. And I always
posted that before.
And I always say, I think it's I like, if people don't like what I do in the show or don't think I'm good, that's fine, like, because everyone's entitled to their opinion. But if someone was to say I was unkind or a not nice person, that would upset me. because I think that's the most important thing in whatever you do, any industry, is to be a nice person, be a kind person, and help and support other people. You are enough, you are so enough, it's unbelievable how enough you are. I love that as well, because I think that's a good one as well. If you're feeling really like down about yourself or whatever, to just be like, do you know what, I'm me, and like that's enough, because no one else is the same as me, and that's great for me, and that's great for you, and it's a universal quote, which I think is lovely. And in terms of people who inspire me, a lot of my friends, to be honest. Like, I've been to watch so many of my friends recently in shows and stuff, and I've literally been like I saw Nicole Dennis, who's a really good friend of mine, as Effie last Friday, and she was the most amazing thing, I think. Oh my god, insane. And the loveliest person as well, which again, I cannot stress enough. Shout out to Nicole, I love you.
After doing the voice as well.
Oh my god, with Jennifer Hudson.
I watched it so many times.
Oh my god, both of them together, I was like,
So what are your views on social media?
I think social media is great. I think it can be really, really lovely. It can be a great way to support people, for young performers to put yourselves out there. And I think it should be a tool to support each other and be kind to each other. I don't like it when it's this underhand comments and when people use it to hurt other people. I think it's really easy to bully people on social media. And I think with social media, I'm always very careful of what I post, because I think people can post comments about anything, but about performers, comparing performers, which I don't think is necessary, because performers do see it and it's really hurtful. Performers are still people. We want to do the best job we can do, and I don't think, I think people can be quite unkind without sometimes knowing so. So I do think social media is great, and I think it's a fab platform for many reasons, like I said, to put yourself out there, have a sing, and help it. But it should be a tool to help each other and support each other grow. Because for me, I used my YouTube for years and years and years and years.
Which has been really successful, hasn't it?
And I love my YouTube stuff, I absolutely love it. And I just love it because there's been days where I've been like, oh, and there was times when before Jamie I wasn't doing a show, or I was like, I want to do something fun, I want to push my voice and stretch my voice. And I look back at some of my oldest videos and I'm like, that is blooming awful. But it's for me, I look at it as a progression and as a journey to see where I've come from and where I've got to now, because hopefully the videos I post now I'll watch again in another 5 years and go, oh, I don't like that. But
you can learn from it.
Exactly. So I think that's useful. But equally on my YouTube, I get comments from people like sometimes people are like, you're so awful. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But like you have to learn to grow thick skin and just go, that's fine, because people are entitled to their opinions. But I just think I would say to people, please be careful what you post, and don't be one of those people that post something unkind if it's not something nice. And as well, because you can post it, if you post something unkind or horrible about someone, whether it's underhand or it's direct, even if you delete it, someone screenshotted it, it's there against your name, then it's not worth that.
Yeah.
Like it's just so easy to put things out there, but just not think about the implications.
You have no face, so you could just write whatever and there's no consequences.
And people just assume things, so don't be that person. That's so uncalled for, because I'm sure, as everyone does, everyone's got their own personal demons and things they're fighting that people don't know about. That's another quote, actually. What's the quote? I love that. That's another good quote of mine. One of my faves. Be kind. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind always. That's such a true one, because you meet people and they're all smiling and happy, but everyone's got stuff, whatever it is, going on. So don't be that person, whether it's on social media or whether it's to someone's face that's unkind. Be the person that's like, check in with your mates, check in with people, be kind.
And that does shine through. Like that's one thing everyone says about you, how kind you are at stage door, and how you give time to everyone. So everyone appreciates it.
I love it. I love meeting everyone.
Right, a lot of people ask this as if they don't know already. What's your dream musical theatre role, and what about it is so appealing to you?
My dream role.
Feel free to have a think if you're not 100% sure or quite.
No, I'd love to play Evan Hansen just because I love the show. I love the messages for the show. Can't talk more. My fake teeth. I haven't got fake teeth.
Rumour.
Rumour's got fake teeth. And I've had 2 sets of braces, they are my own. Very confident. Anyway, we're divulging from the question. I'd love to play Evan Hansen. I love the show. I love the messages, I love the music. So that would be a dream. I'd love to do a new show, a new musical. There's some writers that I absolutely love, but if they were writing a musical, I'd be like, stuff you can put your own slant on.
Yeah.
And that's what's been so great about Jamie, because it's been a new show. There's only obviously been John, who's phenomenal, who's played Jamie before myself. I've been able to play around and create my own Jamie, which has been amazing. It's so much fun.
Yeah. If you could write a letter to yourself before making your West End debut, what would you say?
If I could write a letter to myself.
Any advice or?
Enjoy it. Live in the moment. Like, I think when you're doing a show or a job or you're at college or anything, there's so many times we're always looking to move on to the next thing. Not that I have been with Jamie, but you can be doing something that you absolutely love. Like, for example, you're at college, and have you got a year left?
Yeah.
You've got a year left, and you've been there for a year already.
Yeah.
So that's 1 year down. I'm sure you love it, and you've got loads of great mates there. And after this year, then you'll move on and you'll go somewhere else, and you might not see those people again for a long time. So embrace it and enjoy the moment, because I've met so many amazing people through this show, like Josie and Phil, Nina, Tamsin, like incredible people who've all left the show. But like, I will always remember my time with them in this show, and now I look back and go, God, that doesn't seem 2 minutes ago that they left, and then obviously I'm leaving the show next week.
Yeah.
And so
the whole cast change and everything.
Exactly. So just enjoy it, live in the moment, and yeah, the main thing for me is to enjoy it and not put too much pressure on yourself, because sometimes you can really get into your own head and think you need to be a certain way or do something. But but yeah, it's all a learning curve, isn't it? Because my main one would be to live in the moment and just enjoy it.
Can you describe the experience of going on for the first time as Jamie, that first time you had to go on?
So, because I've not actually done it for a while, I used to scoot everywhere, and I've got, how many scooters do I have? I've got two. I've got an electric one as well. And I've not scooted for a while actually, but I was scooting to the station from where I live, and Jo Miles, our company manager, called me and she was like, "Hi Luke, John McCrea's off tonight." And I was like, "Sorry?" She's like, "John McCrea's off." I'd had loads of rehearsals, so I was well rehearsed and I was good to go. But it's always different, especially with Jamie, the first time you go on, because it's such it's an iconic part, I think.
Yeah.
Like, and you're in the door at the end, and I always joked, I said, what if I get to the door at the end and I'm literally there, I walk to the door and I'm all, I go through this and no one's cheering me, and I'm like, oh,
just carry on.
Just carry on being quiet. So there was always that kind of fear.
Yeah.
But it's again just trusting yourself, trusting that I knew what I was doing, enjoying it again. So yeah, just enjoyed it.
It was good.
Oh my god, it was so much fun. Everyone was so supportive.
Yeah.
Josie was a dream as well.
Twitter blew up.
It was a massive thing.
It was mad.
Because there was quite a big period of time where John...
Yeah, John's a machine. He didn't go off from November right through till mid-March, which is amazing, because Jamie's super, super demanding. Yeah, so it was... I was ready. I was very, very ready to go on. I remember the first time Becky went on McGuinness.
Oh yeah.
It was after a Saturday matinee. Josie did the matinee and I was going off in the evening. We were all sat in the green room like do. Joe Miles was like, "Becky McGuinness, you're on tonight." We were all like so that was exciting.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just exciting the first time covers go on, and
Yeah, I bet you're all supportive of each other when you
absolutely,
do that.
very much so. Yeah, and Lucy as well was a dream. So
yeah. It must have been strange for her suddenly a new dynamic, like
absolutely,
being born on stage.
because Lucy's obviously only ever been on with John.
Yeah.
Josie never only been on with John, and Tamsin, everyone.
Everyone.
And it's a different, because mine and Jamie's is so different that, and that's the exciting thing I think when understudies or covers go on, or a different person with a different take of a role. Not that it's right, not that it's wrong, just that it's different, and that's fun because then that gives people different things to bounce off. And yeah.
What's the most embarrassing moment you've had on stage? If you've had one.
John was asked this and he said the whole thing.
I had quite recently, I've got a couple. Quite recently I was on for one of the ensemble boys, I can't remember which one, but and it was my solo line, and everybody's talking about Jamie, and obviously the lights changed and everyone goes da-da, 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 and everyone looked at me and went da-da, da-da, and I didn't sing, I went literally, I think I sung like the last two words, whatever the words were. Everyone looked at me, and Emily Kenwright, bless her, was like this at me, and I was like, it's me! Yeah, the first time you go on for a swing track's always like, no! Where I'm like, for me, because...
You've got so many different parts.
Yeah.
How many do you cover?
I've been on for 5.
Okay.
But I'm not really, I would say like the other swings are like super, super, super swings. Like, I love them. Chloe, Sherelle, Marvin, and my like besties, I love them. But bless her, like Chloe's been on for like maybe like 4 or 5 tracks in one show before.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there was a show once where there was just 2 girls. It was just Harriet and Chloe. And Chloe covered all the girls.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So she was literally having, in the prom scene, it was like Chloe doing like a monologue of everyone's lines together. And that's such a skill, honestly. And she keeps so chill. All of them do. Like, they're like, Cheryl, you're on for Ryan. And she's like, okay, cool. And just goes on.
Yeah, swings need more appreciation.
Oh my god, like,
They're incredible.
completely. The swings save the show. And like, Marvin, bless him, there's been days where Marvin's been on for a boy in the afternoon and then a different boy at night, and it's the little details, but you need to really be on it, because then if you're in the wrong place, you can mess it up for John or for me or for Tamsin or Michelle or whoever's on, because then you get in there. There's been times when I've been on for swing tracks and I've gone in work of art, I've gone, oh my god, I need to get around there really quick, so otherwise I could take time out. Like, and that's in her big song. Like, it's scary. You've got it's a definite type of person skill to be able to keep your nerve and.
Absolutely. Are there any others embarrassing moments?
The first time I went on for Jamie, so the automation moves forward. Do you know when it goes into my man, your boy?
Oh,
Yeah.
The back wall came forward as I was walking through the kitchen door. The wrong bit of automation came forward, so as I opened the door, it slammed shut.
Oh.
And I was just stood there looking at the door like.
Your first time?
The first time I went on for Jamie, and I was literally stood looking at the door, and I was like, oh my god, what happens now? In my brain was going.
What did you do?
I literally stood there and stared at the door like for about 2 or 3 seconds, but it feels like a million seconds. I've got one more. So I was on once with sorry Dan. I was on once with Sherelle for Pretty, and I was on as Jamie. It was a matinee, and Dan was on, I think, for one of his first times as Dean, and he.
Oh, Dan David.
Yeah, Dan Davids, and he forgot to come on. Bless him, it happens to us all. Like, you could just be
I
backstage,
remember
and,
that.
you're like, and he forgot to come on, and me and Sherelle honestly improvised for about 2
friend
minutes.
Mike's in the show when
It was so funny. I was like, because Sherelle had obviously seen him come up behind, because I can't see when I'm sat here. Sherelle had seen him come behind, and I was going, and I didn't know, and she started improvising with me. And we're like, honestly, though, Pretty, I don't like, they're quite high. Like, I don't know. Do you think I could get away with it? Like, I don't. Like, Pretty, I don't like. Do you understand the maths questions? Because like X plus 2 is what? It was. We came off and we were like,
oh my god.
It was hilarious.
So, do you have anything you want to say to the fans now you're leaving next week?
Yeah, just a massive thank you really. It's been amazing. I've loved the show. I've loved meeting everyone, and it's been amazing to see how much the show has helped people. It's been a dream, to be honest. It's been so lovely. I love meeting everyone on stage door. Thanks so much for all the support and for coming to see me at my gigs, and hopefully here's to many more, and I'll be back to support Jamie and the show. And
I'm sure we'll all be supporting whatever you go on to do.
Oh,
You're
thanks.
truly missed.
Oh, thanks. Jamie too. Over and out. Jamie too. 2 shows left.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for
Thank
doing
you.
this.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.